talking that funky, about my face. Wearing that monkey. Not that might give you life advice.
First opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Indianapolis. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they go down and helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Again, it's Taylor. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. The Colts at 9-7 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Whitaker shoves him aside. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First and 10, Taylor down. And he's got it to about the 40. For these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Off the play fake. Whitaker. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter, and what a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know of one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have the pride in what they're doing. This group showed it right there. A big effect on this game.
To his throw there, complete to Allen.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing. And let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real. And it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Meanwhile, to his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Henry again. But he will lose yardage here as they knock it back to the 3.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal. Here's Tua.
Tua hit, and the ball is out.
And the Colts pick it up. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them. I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we go to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
To throw on 3rd down, Whitaker
Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Whitaker gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Whitaker to the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 21. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. On first down, Whitaker. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 13.
2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Whitaker. And a quick throw. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Titans.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Harold Landry. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Off play action. Whitaker. And he'll find Hull. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Cairo Santos on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
10 seconds.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill. Complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Tua now on 1st down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Tua going to throw. He finds his target, Allen. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 19. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. 1st down.
Come on, set.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Whitaker, throw left side, complete. That's Hall. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake. Whitaker. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They'll look to throw again. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So,
but when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Titans are going to get it back here just past the 35. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. On the move past the 40. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
And the Titans first down.
On the ready.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. It's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This close to the goal line, you got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Ready, go.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Badgley's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. But despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
To his throw there, complete to Hamler. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. He's got Allen. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. They're going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Extra point by Batchley, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3.
17, Colts 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. At the line and set to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Looking to throw. Whitaker looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. Past the 20. Touchdown, Colts. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the counter, it's Henry. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And Allen's got it. Touchdown, Titans. Keenan Allen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Whitaker. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Looking to throw. Whitaker over the middle, complete. It's Hall. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now, he's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Whitaker. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Running left, Taylor. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Colts are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Santos now and the PAT. And the lead will shrink to 6. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Ready.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Tua to throw again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Pass is caught for a 1st, but he's looking for more. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. The 2 are going to try and throw for it. That's caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Whitaker. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And going deep for Hill. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And the Colts are right back in this football game. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 2-yard line.
To throw from his end zone. Whitaker throwing the out route incomplete. That's Campbell.
He's up to the 20.
And they work this out past the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Whitaker. Throw left side complete. That's Cohen. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
To number 16.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
At the 37-yard line.
Back to throw again. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor.
He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Santos able to tag on the extra point. And now things get a little more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run it again with Henry. 66 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Tua on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with the football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They'll look to throw. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans have just about sewn up this football game. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got Mason complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
Yeah, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Titans, they get yet another victory to finish the year at 14-3 overall. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's a tough loss to take as they'll finish things off at 9-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure.